And the way that he broke it down made me realize how much time we're giving away for free. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, happy Friday. It's Friday. I've always loved Fridays. Fridays are like the coolest day of the week. Anyway, for me. Okay, so welcome, welcome. I hope everybody had an amazing week. Um, what are you guys doing this weekend? And are you gonna invite me? Just kidding. But we'll talk about that. Anyway, so that's what we're gonna talk about today. Like really the everything that we're giving away for free. Like we'll talk about how this for example, like where you're in, like you have to get ready to get to work, right? You have to um get there, right? And whether that is gas that you pay for it, or you take some type of transportation that you have to pay for, all of those things that we don't factor in when it comes to like how much we're really truly getting paid, for. So as you come in, make sure that you say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Like, how far is this content being pushed? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so let me just kind of tell you the story of what actually happened with that conversation, because he said, that $15 don't really do anything. Like $15 an hour isn't really anything when you start factoring in all the things that you have to actually do to get there, and the time that it takes to actually get those things done, and the time it takes for you to be in traffic, you know what I mean? So how much time does it take you in before you get to work, before do you have to get ready? I'm going to say 32 an hour, right? And then how long does it take you to get to work? Does it take you, I mean, if you drive, probably 30 minutes. If you have to take transportation, that might be an hour and a half. If you have to walk, that might be another 30 minutes, you know what I mean? And then depending on how you actually do that, then how much does it cost you? You know what I mean? Either for the gas. Hi, welcome, welcome. How are you? Happy Friday. Like if you get on the bus, how much did that cost you for that day to get there? Hi guys, welcome, welcome. Hello. Hi, where are you guys watching from? Not at all, Thomas, please, not at all. Hi, Jackson. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're talking about work and all the things that we basically do for free when we actually have to work and we never think about. Okay, guys. Good morning. Oh, see, where are you watching from, Thomas? That you're saying good morning. That is so nice. Because over here it's nighttime in the US. Oh, Brazil? Wow. That is so cool, because it's like that's what I talk about. Like when it comes to social media, you guys, the fact that we actually can connect all over the world with the people that we're meant to help, that is insane. Like, how can we connect all over the world and we don't even have to pay for it right now? Like, I'm talking to you guys and I'm not paying for anything. You're not paying for anything. Like, that is amazing. Like, that's why I love leveraging social media to do business, because you could get so far and so many people can actually see you. I don't see the point of having to pay for ads when you can just learn the skills to leverage social media the right way. Okay. Oh, wow. Syria. Nice. Can I hear? Wait, 1 second. Sorry, and I'm a little bit blind too, so it's kind of read the little words on the screen because I'm using my phone. 1 second, Thomas. 1 second. Oh, so you can't hear me very well. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay, Thomas. Yeah, hi. I'm in the US. I'm in Nevada actually. We're in Nevada. Yeah, so thank you for your comments, Thomas. If you can hear me, just let me know. If not, I really don't know what I could. Maybe if you could oh, I don't know. Okay. Okay, thank you, Thomas. If there's a way that I can help you, I'll go ahead and do it. But I'm really not tech savvy, so I'm not quite sure how to assist you with that. But I'll figure something out next time for when I come back live. I digress. Thank you so much for your comments, guys. And as you come in again, just say where you're watching from. I'm so excited to see that you guys are in Brazil. And where else did you guys say? Syria. That is amazing. See, I'm so happy to see you guys here. So, okay, let's continue talking about that because again, and whether you are in Brazil, I'm sure or in Syria, work is work, and the way that they treat you as an employee is ridiculous. There, very little times do they give you what we're worth. I mean, put a yes in the comments if you agree, because I think that's global. That has nothing to do whether we're in the U.S. or anywhere else. It's just what happens. And we get paid so little, but then the prices continue to go up. Like, I mean, with $15 an hour, you could probably get yourself a meal for the day, and that's it. That's what you can do. You know what I mean? And then the companies find ways to trick you, like, oh, okay, well, you consider part-time because this and this and that, so that you don't get your whatever benefits, whether it's like medical or benefits the company might give to full-time employees. But sometimes when you're part-time, they put you almost like 30 hours, so you feel like you're working full-time, because again, you have to actually get ready for work before you get to work. You have to travel there. That's already a lot that you're doing for a job, and you never get compensated for that. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't. And you're given that time to get to work, and then get to work and deal with whatever like type of stress that you have to deal with at work. Earlier this week, we talked about like 7 out of 10 people do not like what they do for a living, but they're just basically stuck. Like, literally stuck, because like either the pay, they feel like they're not going to find something that is going to be similar to what they have, or the benefits. People, like I told you guys, when I used to work at the school district, that was the benefits for a medical were like I love the benefits. So to me, that was another thing. It's like, do I find a better job? It's like working at the school district is already kind of sort of like a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, so you get paid good or whatever, and then you have your benefits. So there's like a thing like, oh yeah, do that. But then you feel stuck, because it's like you give them this many hours and you're still part-time, but then that's your whole week. Once you're done with work and the way that all the things that you have to do, whether it's like physical work that you do, or if you work with your brain, however that it is that you do that, you're still over there 8 hours, like just focusing on that, and you have a life to live. You know what I mean? It's just too stressful. So your entire week, like when it's Friday, you don't want to hear anything about anything. You just want to like chill and relax and not hear anything else for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? Like, and what life is that to live? You're just exhausted, and you might or you might not have the money left. You know what I mean? To do anything left with the 2 days that you have left of time to rest or whatever it is that you need to do, and then you get back into Monday and do this exact same thing. You know what I mean? So that's how we're trapped in this like hamster wheel of like, okay, this is Monday. By Wednesday, you're already exhausted. You're trying to, just trying to push through the week. And then Friday, it's like, oh, finally, I'm done. But then it's like Saturday, you're chilled. And then on Sunday, here we go again. I have to go back to work tomorrow. Like, what type of life is that we're like living? And then, like, in some ways, in many ways, we actually just agree with the fact that that's life and that's how it's supposed to be. And it's not like, there are so many amazing opportunities out there where you can really figure something else out, whether you're going to take time to leave what you're doing, or whether you are just going to leave what you're doing because you're just sick and tired and you're just going to go all for it. Like, depending on what it is that you need, there are many opportunities out there for you to be able to leverage them and have a better way of living, like, that balance between having time and having money to do the things that you want to do with your time. You know what I mean? So that is something that this blueprint, all of those headaches that you have with keeping a job and things like that, the stress of that, this blueprint can actually assist you eliminate a lot of those stresses of like how to generate an income all those headaches. So that's what I'm going to tell you guys about today. Like briefly, I'm going to tell you. Because honestly, like, let's just be honest, especially as a mom, let's just be honest and say that all that time that you have to be away from your children because of a job, it's time that you don't get back. All that time that we spent away in traffic and trying to get ready, rushing the kids to school, like all that time, you don't get that time back. That's exactly why I myself started actually looking for something else that I had to do. And I had mentioned to you guys before that I was actually in an MLM before, because I mean it's a great company, amazing service. I love the company, but just the way that I had to work for it to generate the income producing activities, where it was like, okay, you have to, friend request strangers or bother your friends and family. Like I said, bother friends and family because that's how it felt to me. I wasn't like necessarily doing that, but that's how it felt to me, that I was just like bothering them because I didn't know how to have that conversation, sort of like reading, and I would get into my head about like, what if they ask me a question that I don't know the answer to? You know what I mean? Like you're just kind of sort of thrown out there to be like, okay, well, just speak from the heart. And but you're like, no, I want to get it right. Like, how do we do this? Like what is the proper way, to actually speak to people so that you can get your point across? You know what I'm saying? So hi guys, welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're watching from. I always love to know how far the content goes. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Um, and so that's the thing that you actually get to learn with the blueprint. And there are a lot of the headaches that you don't have to do, such as like, again, the, messaging strangers, or like how I did, because I had already grown my personal Facebook account, which is really not something that is recommended for you to do when you do business. You want to train your algorithm to find your perfect customer. And as we're talking about having to friend or strangers or other friends and family, your family are not gonna like they're not gonna necessarily be interacting with your content because they don't want to hear about it. Your friends might also not want to hear about it, so they're not gonna interact with your content. So if you ask their friends like on your page, so your content is not going to get pushed out because no one's watching it. You know what I'm saying? So there's not recommended that you do that. But at the beginning, when I did that, I actually grabbed my Facebook page, my person, and just with the friends that I had, because it's networking, I just somehow started networking with them without having the skills to actually have that professional-ish conversation with them and say, hey, this is what my product is, this is how it can be a service for you or of value to you. Like I didn't necessarily have the way to actually have that conversation. um so I didn't like bothering friends and family. I didn't like to just cold message or have to like, they're like, oh, if you're at the cashier at the store, start a conversation with them. Like no one wants to do that type of activity to be able to generate money. A lot of people don't like, and like me, I'm super friendly, but when it comes to me being out and social, that's not something I enjoy doing. And I get very anxious and I'm just not comfortable, even though I'm like super friendly. It's just one of those things. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people feel the same way. A lot of people don't want to have to be friending strangers, or, you know what I mean? Like, buy this for me because I need to hit this goal or do this. That's not business practice anyway. You know what I mean? So a lot of those income producing activities that I had to do in network marketing isn't something that you have to actually do here with this blueprint. So every your system is gonna be automated. So that means like you're gonna, once you do the one-time investment, you actually get you do the one-time setup. And once you set up the system the one time, that's it. It's gonna work 24/7 for you. So it's not something that you actually have to be messing with every single day. Or no, it's just set up and it's ready to go. It's like done for you, where you just basically The most important part that you have to do is plug in your bank information so that you can get your deposits in. But that's about, like that's the one thing that you have to sort of like plug in, from your side. And but all of the instructions are given to you when you get your product, when you get your I say product, but really it's an interactive program. You know what I mean? Because you actually have a live community that you can leverage, and that you get daily coaching and mentoring and etc. I'm not going to go too much into that today, but the 2 hour workday is something that, hi guys, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. So I want to actually talk about the 2 hour workday, because talking about, like, all that time to invest that no one reimburses you for getting ready to work and getting to work, that's actual time that you invest into this job, and you don't get paid for that. You don't get reinvest, and like nothing for it, absolutely nothing. So that's what time to me is so 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 important. And I know for a lot of people, like, it is so important, and you want to have more, but there's no more. There's only 24 hours in a day, and we need to figure out a way to actually get the best out of it. So when I started looking for something else to do, something different, because just keeping that traditional 9 to 5 was not going to work for me anymore because of my illnesses. And so I was like, what marketing, I had those issues. There were issues for me that I was like, I just don't want to participate in having to do all of that. You know what I mean? Like building teams and all of that, it wasn't sustainable for me. I didn't want to do that. And I was like, okay, what else can I do? And coming one day of the actual one of the presentations for that company, I was exhausted because we were celebrating so many wins in the company that I was actually exhausted from like being, active and stuff. Like I have fibromyalgia, so it's like painful, you know what I mean? And like the sounds and the lights. I mean, it triggered a flare up, and I was just like, oh my God, I was in so much pain. I was completely drained. I mean, I was so happy inside, but my body was just falling apart that day. And I was like, God, this isn't sustainable for me. It was like there's no way that I can keep up with this type of energy that you're required to have in network marketing, because network marketing is like a lot of rejection. No, 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 until seven, eight, nine times that you ask, you get a yes. So it's a lot of rejection, which if you don't have a nervous system that is sort of healed, that it is also a bad thing. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I didn't want to continue to do that. And I was like, God, I need you to please bless me. And this is a prayer that, mind you, I was saying in my head. Like, I wasn't even saying it out loud. And I was like, God, I need you to please bless me with something that I could do from home that doesn't require a lot of time and that is automated. I was like, because when I don't feel good, I can't even focus, you guys. Earlier today, I was in so much pain. The words weren't even coming out of my mouth correctly. It was really, really bad. I was trying to make some videos for the content, for tomorrow's content, and I couldn't even, it was hard for me to get the words out because my brain was working, but my mouth wasn't with it. You know what I mean? So it's like all of those things that now I actually get to work from home and not have to worry so much about having these issues with my health, because I am my own boss. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't feel good and I need to sit down, I need to relax or take a nap or whatever, I can do that. You know what I mean? Like when you have a job, when you're an employee and you're having this type of flare-ups and this type of medical like emergencies, because sometimes it just feels like one, you want to have a boss that sometimes might not understand, because they do their best to understand. But I mean, really, when you have this type of chronic illnesses, no one really understands what you're going through until they see you like basically calling an ambulance. They understand how bad it gets. You know what I mean? I like one of the last managers that I had, she was so mad. I was a great producer, so I used to do surveys. I don't know if you guys ever done surveys over the phone. But I used to do surveys over the phone, and I was good, you guys. Like, I don't know, I just have a thing for being, doing surveys over the phone, and it could be any type of survey. I was good. I was putting numbers on the board. If you've had that experience, you know what I'm talking about. But the times when I would call off, she would get so angry, as if I was just like doing it out of laziness or doing it out of just like the pleasure of not showing up for work. Like, if anybody does that, it's because they actually have the money and they don't care about the job. Because who in their right mind will actually just call off work knowing that they have bills to pay if they were lying, if they weren't serious about it, you know what I mean? But anyway, so she used to get so mad, and I was just like, it's crazy because it's like on top of that, you have to have that type of stress in your life of like, oh, people don't even understand what I'm going through, and they're judging, like they're judging you because oh, you can't get out of bed because you're having a bad flare up day or pain day, and things like that. You know what I mean? Like it's terrible. So you have to go through all of that type of stress for what? So again, if I have to take the time off for a second, like earlier, I was having that conversation with my son, and honestly, I didn't want to interrupt the conversation. So that's why instead of coming live at 7:30, I did 8:30 because I was like, you know what? I'm talking to my son and we're having a nice conversation. Why should I stop that? Because that's life and that's what we do this for. Like, why should I stop doing that? So I was like, okay, I'll be with you guys at 8:30. You know what I mean? The world, thank God, didn't end. You know what I mean? We're still here talking, hello, hello, welcome. Let me know where you guys are watching from when you come. And so that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's the simplicity. That's what I want you guys to know that is available for you guys too, so that you can only work 2 hours a day and learn the skills. So you actually learn while, while you're learning those skills that you can process coming in here and there. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we want for you. Like, a little bit more of like a simple way to generate an income. I'm not saying easy because nothing that is worth your while is gonna be easy, but it's step by step. The system is already done for you. So you just like I said earlier, you set it up the one time and you're ready to go. Like literally, most all of us have gotten our website up and running within 48 hours. So literally, if like you guys start today, you'll be able to set it up within the next 48 hours, and by Monday be actually able to promote your business and to be able to start taking payments. Like it's amazing. It's simple to do, So I'm gonna give you just a little bit of the info on how the 2 hour workday works. If you guys have any questions so far, put them in the comments for me. I love to answer questions because I want you to understand what this is. You know what I mean? Like it's an insane value, like the simplicity of it all, and the fact that you don't have to be glued to your phone 24/7. And that's gold to me because like I was saying, in network marketing, my God, like you don't want to, but you sort of have to be glued to your phone 24/7 because if someone messages you, when they message you, you want to answer them because you don't want to miss like lose on the business. So it's like that's one of the things that why this is so, the value of it is so immense because I could be here on a live with you guys and have a lead come in, someone that say, hey, I want to check out more of the information. So they go to my website, miriamsdailypay.com, and they are able to look for the information while I'm talking to you guys. Or sometimes like I've been literally been doing like a post, like creating content, I get leads. Like if I'm taking a shower, I get leads. Like, and you're just living your life because you set up your automated system the one time and you just letting it, help you for the rest of the day. You just have to put your 2 hours of income producing activities in, and that's what you have to do. That's it. Then you just let the system work for you 24/7. So if you want to take notes, 2 hour workday is basically you're going to take 1 hour to create your content. And it's 3 pieces of content a day. You'll learn how to create a 7-second post, 30-second post, and a 1-minute post. So you learn how to do those 3. Then you're gonna take another half an hour of those 2 hours, and you're gonna use that to answer the emails and the comments. The emails is like when people go into your system, into your website, and they're like, oh, okay, I want more information. And they're like, okay, I saw the video, I saw the information that you sent, but I still had a question. So they'll message you, and so you're replying to the email. So that's one part of the 30 minutes. And then to the comments. So when I do my post, if you guys have noticed, when you go to the end of the post, I give you a CTA, which is a call to action. So with that call to action, it's like, okay, if you want to learn more, and I'm sure you've seen it all over social media, like they're like, oh, if you want more details, or if you're ready to learn more, or if you want to, you know, to when people do webinars, free webinars, if you want the link for the free webinar, then you start like, oh, comment yes or DM me. So like the call to action, like the action you want them to do, that's basically it. Like what do you want your prospect to email you? Do you want them to check your website and your system is going to automatically answer for them? Do you want them to DM you because then your automated system is going to respond to them? Like, what is it that you want them to do? So that's what you put at the end of the post. So then you have the hour to create the content, the 30 minutes to answer the emails and the comments. And then the other half an hour, you also have options. So like with the 30 minutes, the last 30 minutes, you either can do live. I'm going to tell you, you guys, that a lot of us have literally said that, oh, I'm never going to go live. And then here we are yapping. Like I was told yesterday, like literally, it's an easier, a better way to actually communicate with your audience. You know what I mean? So they get to know you so that they actually be like, oh, okay, that's what she's talking about. Oh, this is who she helps. Oh, so that's what her product does. Like that, what's her offer, right? With a 7-second post, you're not gonna get to know me, who I am, by just, you know what I mean? But a 7-second post is something that's there for you, working for you 24/7, because people can discover you at any given time, right? Like I've had like leads, I wake up to leads because people might be watching at night and my content is comes to their phones, to their feed, and it's like, oh, okay. And they look for the information and they go to my website, they put their email in. My automated system actually does, the rest, which is sending information and follow up, right? So either again, you could do the 30 minutes to do the live, or you can actually literally learn the skills, which you'll learn here with this blueprint, to copy paste on like free ads on free websites. So like if you have ever gone to any website to look for either for a job, or like for example, some people have actually found this blueprint by looking online, like, hey, what are like online jobs? You know what I mean? So they put online jobs, and someone put a post to promote their products, their blueprint on one of those sites, and it pops up, and that's how they put. You'll learn exactly how to write the email. I mean, the email, the post, your little commercial on the website. So how to write the post, you learn how to write the post, and then you learn how to put your link to your website. But something that if you're not doing it yet and you actually have a business and you promote in that way, add your YouTube, like a link to one of your videos on YouTube. And that's going to not only help you grow your business, but it's also going to help you grow your YouTube page. So there you go. Take a note on that one so you don't forget. Okay, so that's basically it. Thank you so much for the likes. Oh yeah, I'm so happy. Yes, it's just girl, I'm all about simplicity, Gianna. Like I'm just like I like things that are automated, that work fast. I don't have to overthink. I love it. So that's basically it. Either you could choose for that last 30 minutes, whatever you either want to go live, or you want to do the copy paste system. And again, you learn how to do that as well here with this. And that's the 2 hour right there. Just the 1 hour to do the content, your 3 posts during the day, and then your half an hour to respond to your emails and your comments, and the other half an hour to either go live for an hour. You actually get I was showing this to Facebook yesterday, but yesterday on the live, something prompted me to go talk to my live on Facebook, on my personal page that I was telling you guys about. And we actually have a system that you actually learn in one of the modules here that you get from from this blueprint, on how to actually go live in a proper way to have results, rather than just like talk live for just to talk live. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you guys have seen it, because I thank you so much for the love. I just started going live here because I told you guys we did the 50 of you amazing people subscribe to me, so YouTube allow me to go live. And I was talking about that. And now that we're at like 75 subs, so I was just like so excited because I was like, that means my content, it's like hitting, you know what I mean? Like it's landing, and some people see value in my information. So I was so happy about that. So I went on Facebook and talked about it. Thank you so much for the love. And I was showing them how I was like, no, this isn't just something that I'm doing just for fun. Like this is an actual career. Like I'm over here learning actual skills that I can later on implement for a different business if I wanted to do a different business. You know what I mean? Like this is like serious. Like if you went to college, you learn this type of things. But instead, you actually are just, following a blueprint and, being able to learn from it and actually interact with a community. Oh my God, I got too much subscribers. You guys, I love you. I was about to comment my website for you guys so that you guys could go and visit it right now. That's what I'm trying to do on my phone, but the hotspot connection is a little bit slow, so forgive me for that. But I mean, that's it. That's the 2 hour. That's literally what I do every single day. I was talking to my son earlier. I was like, when I get the like a $900 sale, I'm gonna be able to say, you know what? I actually made $450 for the for an hour today because I only work 2 hours a day. Like, imagine having like learning the skills to actually do something like that. You guys just these are just skills that you're learning with this blueprint, you know what I mean, that you can implement. Like one of my things is that we're already always on our phones, right? Like we're already on our phones all the time. Why not make money? Hi guys, welcome. Why not make money with it, while we're already on the phone? Like why not, you know what I'm saying? So that's very, very powerful. And again, I'm still learning, you guys. Thank you so much for the love and the cheers. Again, I'm just learning some stuff from like tech skills. Like you don't have to have any tech skills, you guys, to learn this because I mean to implement this any of this, because you're literally, that's what you're doing with this. You're learning the skills to grow your brand, you know what I mean, to learn how to leverage media to be able to make money and without actually having to use your own money for ads. So you learn how to do it the proper way. Um, and that's what you're purchasing this for, you know what I mean? Like this is what the blueprint does, and you're only able to, I mean, you only have to work 2 hours a day. So that's why this is important to me, because I get to leverage, you know what I mean, with my health conditions. I can do this and not have to worry about cannot show up for a job or things like that. But for moms just out there, like for example, yesterday I was telling you guys about Amy. I actually ended up joining a webinar. That's how I learned all the details, like the full details of this blueprint. I had seen the gentleman post on Facebook, and that's what I said, like no MLM, work from home, 2 hour work day. It said that it was automated. And like if you were like on the live earlier, that's exactly what I had prayed for. That's exactly what I had asked for. And the word automated was the one that got me. I was like, whoa, this is really automated. So like I wanted to learn. So I actually was the one that got it, those DMs and asked him for the information, which is insane because that proves that how this blueprint actually works. So he just made a post, which is one of your income producing activities. And then because in some way I had asked to put it out in the universe, or however that part worked, because I didn't say the prayer out loud. It was just between God and I. So that's why it was kind of more shocking for me when I saw the word automated. But I was just praying to God to to send something that again I could do like that. And so when I found that information, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I need to know what this is about, because I had continued to post every day and put in wins from the community, testimonies of all the people from all walks of life are like achieving it. I was like, I need to know what they're doing, because I'm like, obviously all these people are winning. Like, what is happening? So that's what actually sent me the link to go to the webinar. And that's where I heard from Amy yesterday. Actually, if you guys missed the webinar from yesterday, go to my website, miriamsdailypay.com. When you get the email with the video with information, just reply to the email that you want the link for the webinar, and I'll send it to you guys because I actually already sent it out for the people that are on my email list today, but I sent it out at 7:30. And I had already, it was already set up the time. So if you actually wanted this time, then you do have to actually manually ask me for it. Um, but for that, I mean, that's basically with Amy, she was the one that kind of sort of sold me. Like when I heard her story, because she is a mom who had two jobs, two full-time jobs, and she was a trucker and a waitress. Demanding jobs. Like I would not even dream about having such a physically demanding like that. Like I couldn't even do it. And like when I heard that she was doing that, she had three teenagers, and like she the way that she said that she basically was just bumping into her children in the on the hallway on her way to the next job. She was not spending any time with her children, how she would like kind of like not know them, and like she didn't even know them anymore because it was just like they didn't have time to spend with each other. And it's crazy because she was mentioning how she wasn't really struggling making good money, but I was never with my like she needed to get to know her children again because of that. You know what I mean? So she's like, that's when I knew that something had to change, that I needed to change things because I mean, the obviously working for several years with that type of schedule, she was exhausted. I mean, done. I mean, like two full-time jobs. Can you imagine like working that much time for that those many years without a break? Like that's insane. She actually had said something that when one day she actually had a day off and she had no idea what to do with it. And I connected with that because at some point before I started off, and I too did not know what to do with myself. I was like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Like I worked for a whole at that time. I didn't know what to do with the time. You know what I mean? And so that I was like, wow, if she can do it with like no time, and I'm like, because I can't work right now anymore, traditional 9 to 5, I have time. You know what I mean? So I was like in my head, I was like, I can totally do that. If she did it with time, I have time. I can do this for sure. I don't know. um, but also the fact that in half weeks, you guys, she was able to get rid of both of her jobs because she was already making, like she really put her head down. She was like, something needs to change. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna take the change. I'm gonna take leave. And she was zero tech savvy. I'm just letting you know, she didn't even know how to like do a TikTok account, which I struggled the first time on this blueprint. Like I didn't really know much about it. This blueprint actually teaches you this exact step by step how to do any of the social media platforms, or how to do your account. So it's mind blowing. But she actually had to ask her daughter, or no, actually her to do the account because her daughter wanted her to see her videos on TikTok of how she was dancing. She's like, okay, so her daughter put her account, TikTok account on her phone, and that's how she ended up finding this blueprint, because someone posted, they did their income producing activities, did their 3 posts for the day. One of those posts she ended up finding, and that's how she like heard blueprint, and that's how she was saying like, because of the time back, like the person had talked about like how you get your time back to actually live your life. Welcome, Gianna. Welcome. Thank you. So she was saying like that hit her, and that post, that's what got to her. Like she was thinking like, oh my God, like she got her time back, because that's what she was looking for. I'm telling you guys, she like, she had her two full-time jobs. She wasn't worried about money, but she was sick and tired of not being with her children and not being able to do things with them because she was always working. So to her, when she heard the fact that you could have your time back, that's what she said. She's like, I'm not tech savvy. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but literally, this is what I can get from this. And she jumped in and did it. And a lot of us have a very similar story when it comes to that. It's like, we need to know how to have that balance, especially like if you know if you're a single mom, you know what I mean, or you're wanting to have a better life, you know what I mean? So where you could be as a family doing things together, not just like, oh, one parent working all the time and then, you know, the mom taking care of everything or vice versa or whatever it is. You want to be united as a family doing things. And this is um been able to give that to a lot of people. Like after I get off, check the next win, and I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But if you're a stay-at-home mom, you need to see that post right after the live. I'm gonna post it. You need to see it because wow. And all of it from your phone, all of it only working 2 hours a day because you set up a system one time, made a one-time investment, and now you get 100% profit. That's what you get here with this blueprint. Okay. So again, if you have more questions, you know, if you really want to learn more about the blueprint, all you need to do is go to miriam.com. That's where you get the information for the blueprint. And then you're also going to be getting the Freedom Formula Blueprint. That is a step-by-step guide that will help you leverage a blueprint and turn it into a profitable online business. So that's what that's for. And if you guys don't have any more questions, so much for coming today and being here. So again, if you want to see the details, if you want to get the details, just go to Miriam's. It's literally the name of my channel, miriamsdailypay.com. That's where you find the information for the blueprint. Again, and if you want to get the replay for the webinar, if you missed it yesterday, reply to that email and just say, hey, I want your live. You said that if I wanted to watch the replay of the webinar, you could send it to me, or just literally just put replay and I'll go ahead and send you the replay. Again, thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you so much for the love, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Happy Friday. Have an amazing weekend. Bye.